Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? We here. The podcast with Tigmatic. We moving and booming. Episode 99. We here, y'all. And it's up.
Everybody do what's happening with the pot with Tigmatic.
Y'all tune into the Pop Podcast. And guess what? There's an episode of me on
and you are tuned into the Pot Podcast.
And with the Pot Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down.
To follow the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.
Just keep committing violence. Now that I'm on now, but I'm losing my game. So definitely ain't even get to see me when I caught that new sounds like it's dizzy.
About 1:15 p.m., Southeast Patrol officers responded to the 100 block of Manchester Avenue for a robbery that just occurred. When they arrived, they found a male suffering gunshot wounds, and that male was then transported to the hospital.
I done made it out the struggle, I done made it out of my streets. I had days I seen brains on the concrete. I had days I came out and wasn't trying to speak. I had pain that remains under my feet. I had the rain switching lanes, old body. See me with her, ask me if I hit her, it's a probably. Catch a girl freak, I'm used to hit them in the alley. Biggest in the room, you ain't even in the lobby. Back streets raised me, I'm a backstreet baby. I got that roll call with the street lights, niggas played me. I got niggas think I'm crazy, I got bitches think I'm wavy. I got mom dukes looking at me saying I got lazy. I got shit I gotta do, and there's ones I gotta do it for. I gotta make shit safe, run a corner store. I gotta make shit straight for the young boys. Keep them out the streets and out the reach of these dumb boys. Shit don't make sense, I'ma make moves. I'ma make hits like I'm Babe Ruth. We gon' take your chick out the Chris roof. I mean roof Chris, eat the cake too. This for all my brothers in them state boots. Miss you niggas, ain't no one that can replace you. To all the ones that's gonna feel like I done failed you. Survivor's guilt is real, that day when I tell you. I'm thankful, I thank every moment that I ever had with who ain't here. I pray to God daily that we make it through the years. Tell him, man, I'm grateful, I'm great. I'm greater than the hate that I'm getting thrown in my ear. No matter what they say, I'ma make it up out of here. We made it out of where they say they never make it out of. It's homicides, the news ain't always gotta say about it. They taking souls until their souls is getting taken out of them. They pride is high, they say they'll do it, I don't even doubt them. Yeah, I try to stand, they thinking mine clear. Tell them my clearing, it still ain't no fearing. Yeah, you done, but you ain't out of it, ain't over. You the definition of a soldier. I'm thankful, I thank every moment that I ever had with who ain't here. I pray to God daily that we make it through the years. Tell him, man, I'm grateful, I'm great. I'm greater than the hate that I'm getting thrown in my ear. No matter what they say, I'ma make it up out of here.
BTL.
Walks on the beat, man. Fuck you, man.
84 radio, this shit is strictly out the street.
Boosted bad.
get next to me, this here specialty, they cannot stop it. I'll get the trap money and all the rap money, stacking my money away in my options. Told her to give me a chance, did my little dance and ran it up, now I'm a problem. Told that little bitch that I'm cool on the pussy, cause spend a little son, bitch, I want them dollars. You know how I'm rocking, yeah, yeah. Shut up and pay me, yeah, yeah. You ain't got motion, yeah, yeah. The fuck is you saying, yeah, yeah. You know how I'm rocking, yeah, yeah. Shut up and pay me, yeah, yeah. You ain't got motion, yeah, yeah. The fuck is you saying, yeah, yeah. I jumped in this bitch with no handouts. I boomed on the queue till it ran out. I'm stacking up every little penny, nigga. Me and Abraham licking that pan out. I caught me a bow and they look back. Like the castle behind me and ran down. Convicted fellas that toting this weapon. Let a nigga try and his man down. They overlook me, then I'm looking over them. If I'm in the spot, you know I got my pole in there. I want nothing but money, but the bitch is so bad. I'm like, hold on, bitch, please don't you go nowhere. I get it top, I hit from the back, and then I'm like, damn, bitch, you gotta go somewhere. Was affiliated with the associates, then I bossed up and now I'm controlling it. That motion, abracadabra, hocus pocus, did some magic and got focused. Hit the gym and started working out on whipping up a potion. Look at the flick of the wrist, you see in the wrist work. I'm in the kitchen and whipping the bitch truck. I cannot crash that, I had a flashback. Telling myself, get the rest up. They can't get next to me, this here specialty, they cannot stop it. I'll get the trap money and all the rap money, stacking my money away in my options. Told her to give me a chance, did my little dance and ran it up, now I'm a problem. Told that little bitch that I'm cool on the pussy, cause spend a little son, bitch, I want them dollars. You know how I'm rocking, yeah, yeah. Shut up and pay me, yeah, yeah. You ain't got motion, yeah, yeah. The fuck is you saying, yeah, yeah. You know how I'm rocking, yeah, yeah. Shut up and pay me, yeah, yeah. You ain't got motion, yeah, yeah. The fuck is you saying, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm into, knew my potential, still they deny me, they turn the blind eye. That's cool, I had me a plan and ran it up fast and hit from the blind side like boom. A lot of these niggas be hating, a lot of these bitches be chasing, I know how they do. I settled and said for all of them years and then I came home and learned how to move. I'm going hard, I try by the job, it still ain't no problem, bitch, I got my grind on. Do I get money, they ain't wanting from me, I pay what they want and they still got my shine on. Still made it add up, I settled that bitch and I bagged up. Glock 40 plus all of the money on me, it be hard for me to keep my pants up. Who got the pages to talk to me, killers gon' walk with me like camera action, I got them all watching me. I'm trying to be sitting, I'm counting the money, I'm looking like I hit the lottery. Fake friends don't fake shit, I'm so on my square, they it do not bother me. Fake friends don't fake shit, I'm so on my square, they it do not bother me. I love the recipe, they can't get next to me, this here specialty, they cannot stop it. I'll get the trap money and all the rap money, stacking my money away in my options. Told her to give me a chance, did my little dance and ran it up, now I'm a problem. Told that little bitch that I'm cool on the pussy, cause spend a little son, bitch, I want them dollars. You know how I'm rocking, yeah, yeah. Shut up and pay me, yeah, yeah. You ain't got motion, yeah, yeah. The fuck is you saying, yeah.
All right, y'all. We here. We moving and booming as usual. And listen, I know I sound a little choppy. I apologize for that. I'm trying to figure it out. And listen, we here. But meantime, in between time, I have my guest. He is from the way of New Orleans, or New Orleans, as they say. You know what I'm saying? One of the first virtual dispensaries in his state. And he moving and booming. So without further ado, I give you Matt Westbank finest. What's popping?
What's up, my man?
What's good, my guy?
What's good, Tig, man? I'm happy to be here.
Hey, man, listen, it's good that you're here. So, like I do for all of my guests, I like to let my guests give their own formal introduction. So you have the floor, my guy.
Okay. Well, let's start from the top. This is your boy, Matt. My name is Matt. I'm from, like you said, Westbank of New Orleans, Louisiana. Born and raised. I'm a young cat. I thought this would probably be one of the greatest things, not only for myself, selfishly, but it's also just became just something great for not only myself, but just everyone who I just wind up in communication with to just be in some kind of hindrance if it's one way or another. Life is short, as we know it. They got so many things that's going on in the world that makes you just want to rethink a lot of things in life. And one of the main things that is major, and I think that everybody is always constantly aware of, is their health. You know, so I went into the field of going into doing some research on how I can go about creating what I have now, which is a brand that not only service to people here, but could service to anywhere in the United States, regardless of what state you in, what city you in. If you in the US, it could get to you, your product safely delivered to you, safe and secure. That's pretty much the rundown of the most of it. Before I really get into a lot of more details, but that's really what I'm trying to provide. I'm trying to provide something for everyone, not only just here, but just anywhere in the United States for right now. That could just be a blessing. As far as in the health department.
Oh man, that's dope. All right. So you're from the West Bank in New Orleans.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me, how did you decide to want to have a medicinal virtual dispensary?
Yeah.
Like what was the thought process behind that?
To be honest, it was, like I said, it was personal, and I started with that. People who know me here, they know of my own personal health journey. It started off at a very young age. I want to say I was a junior in high school when everything started turning for my life, when everything started to come really surreal for me. I had wound up starting just getting a lot of pains and wound up discovering that I wound up having Crohn's disease. Back then, around that time, which was in 2004, 2003, 2004, medicine is not what it is now. Thank God that through technology and a lot of things have changed. But I had a rough time at a young age to try to find some kind of gateway for me to live the normal life that I was seeing that everybody else was having that at my age. A lot of things I was missing out in life, a lot of parties, just life in general. Just the smallest little things I was not able to go to, regardless if it was church or parties, you name it. I would probably go there, but I was uncomfortable. I was always in pain, agonizing, or I wound up becoming that guy who either would not show up, but they will always wish you was there. So I wound up going to have surgery and the whole nine, which we will go through with the different procedures and the medicines that they give you, the 4 to 5 medicines plus the steroids that they would possibly give you. I mean, it's literally a list of things that the doctors was giving me to try to cope with trying to figure out what was causing it, and even just trying to find some kind of relief for me. During that process, it was the most agonizing thing I had ever experienced in life. I mean, I not only that, but just other people know, just not only with Crohn's disease, but just how there's just something that they're going through, regardless of if it's that or if it's not even a disease, but it's something that's just hindering them. That could just get you from just getting out the bed, just being able to even tie your shoes. This is the little smallest things. So from the Crohn's disease, I wound up from the Crohn's disease, and one of the particular medicines that I had to take, which was a steroid. They said that I had a 30% chance that something would happen, and it was like it was I had to. It was something that had to be taken regardless, but there was a chance that something long term might wind up happening. That long term wind up happening, and that's what wound up happening with me actually now. I'm actually experiencing something now that I'm actually going through because of the side effects of the medicine that I had to take. Now, bear with me.
Care to share what that is?
It was it's called osteonecrosis, and basically what the steroid did was disintegrated my hip bones, and as what the doctor described it in the X-ray, it almost looked like it was almost like bone on bone. Even now, which hinders me from like tying my own shoe. I need help and assistance at certain times. Cold weather, like elderly people, it hurts. I'm actually walking with a cane. As cool as they may look, you know what I'm saying, as the movies portray, I don't really want to walk with a cane if I don't have to, you know. So
Right.
I say all that to say that these are all the reasons why even now I am presently active in the cause of what I'm doing, because I believe, like I say, if not personally for myself, I know there's somewhere in this United States that people just want to live the life that they see other people. They don't want to be limited. People don't want to just be given a certain amount of options, and literally you telling me these are my only options and they're not working for me and there's nothing else for me. So I felt like not only myself, but nobody should feel like that. So let me go, and I started doing research, and I started going through the different channels of finding what kind of loophole that I can find, basically, in the state that is illegal, that will still legally allow me to have the business that's been productive for over a year and a half now, which is what I have expounded onto, which is my online virtual dispensary. And it's a really blessing because they have over 300 products in there. And I'm not only just speaking of what people would think of when they automatically think of dispensary, they think of marijuana.
Yeah, they think of cannabis flower.
Yes,
Right.
yes. But I mean, it's of course they have that in there, but that's not the only thing. And that's why I want people to understand let's go beyond the flowers, because there's probably 2 to other things that's on there that you can try that will be even more so helpful to you. Like, for instance, for me, I personally take one of the balms, the joint balms, that all you do is just rub it on your joints or anywhere where you have some kind of aching and pain. And it's not really too many products that you can guarantee within the first 15 to 20 minutes it activates. And when I say it activates to the point to where that aching and pain almost causes you to be able to get through the day, and I'm talking to the point to where you almost forget that you have that aching pain or that you're even going through something. And I'm a walking testimony. Lord knows I keep that in my stock because it works for me.
You want to show what it looks like?
It's pretty much like a tube. It's almost like if you know what a roll-on cologne look like. I actually have it in my inventory. If you guys want to search for any of my products, it's actually on my Instagram page. I have my link also on there, and you could actually click on the link. And please take your time. There's over 300 products, and like I said, it's over. It's not just THC products. It's CBD products. They have CBD oils. They have THC water. They have aphrodisiac type stuff. They have THC lube for the ladies, and they have stuff for the men too. Trust me, they have a lot of things, but everything is medicinal. And that's what I want people to understand is let's get beyond the fact of you just getting high. Let's get to the point where you understand that you're actually getting healthy. Wow, if you think about it, getting high. And if you just don't want to get high, you could just get healthy. It's literally going to be the best of both worlds, depending on how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being realistic, considering that we're in a world now that marijuana and cannabis is literally running the world. I mean, it's literally one of the leading industries right now. That I feel like not only the United States, but the Louisiana, if not New Orleans, need to be tapped into some of that funds, because even if it's tax wise, somewhere it would be so much beneficial to the state that would just make more money for the roads or just anything in general, or even to the possibilities of opening up more clinics like I plan to do, which is going to be a clinic / dispensary, just somewhere where you can go to where doctors can also reference you to where, okay, I can give you this prescription, but let me also give you somewhere where I could give you like a trusted source to where each of our products also come with a certificate of analysts that pretty much say what everything is made out of, and everything is third-party tested, meaning that it's going to be free from a pesticides, mold, anything that you wouldn't even think that you will go to these corner store places and just go and buy pretty much whatever they have on the shelf. They don't even know what it's made of. If you want to know, everything is listed. Everything in this is mostly to your. We want to get personal. We want you to feel as more comfortable as knowing what's going into your body as far as the effects that it's going to take onto your body. So,
sure. All right. So what makes your virtual dispensary unique, and how has New Orleans responded to this concept?
So to answer the first question, what makes it unique is that it's going to be the first of its kind. And I'm not only going to stop at it just being virtual. Like I say, I'm going to get to the point to where I'm in the process this year that I'm going to be opening my own storefront to where I could allow people to physically see what they're getting themselves into. It's still going to be virtual as well, but I just don't want to stop there. I want to have it to where people could really have the access to the products on hand. If you need it, come in, you get it like that. And I want to be the first of this kind because we don't have anything specifically like that on the West Bank of New Orleans. So for me to create that, that would mean the world to me. Like I said, this is going to be like another outreach of healthcare services that I'm just trying to provide for the city of New Orleans, not even just the city of New Orleans, but anywhere in Louisiana. If you want to come by and just see what we offer, that's what I want to be able to advocate. And it's going to be the best. Every product that we have is the best. They don't call it West Bank Finest for nothing. It's the finest product that you're going to find. Hands down.
Yeah, I can dig that. I definitely can dig that. Yo, Nala Rich was popping. The platform. Listen, I want to say thank y'all for watching. But folks, I have Westbank Finest on virtual dispensary. And listen, this show is powered by This Is Hip Hop. And as y'all can see, my guys on deck watching, showing support. Hey, listen, I know the audio a little choppy. I'm going to hit y'all jack when I get off because I need some help with this equipment on learning how to use it. But back to this interview. All right. So what was your business vision for this dispensary, and how has it evolved since you started?
Pretty much been going exactly how I planned, honestly. I knew the hardest part was going to be putting the word out there, and because it's something different. It's going to be the first of its kind. So a lot of people they're not comfortable not only just in ordering medicinal or marijuana products, if we just want to label that, or and that's why I'm doing it, because I want it to be a convenient and kind of, I want it to be as personal as possible. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't want people to know exactly what they doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people it's secrecy. A lot of people don't want to know your business. You know, so I know, and that's one reason why I feel like this would be something, because it's as quickly as you can pull it up on the phone and scroll Instagram. That's as quickly as you can order the products, and it could be ordered and delivered to you within guaranteed 2 to 3 days to your front door. And there's not too many people that provide that. You know, so the vision for it is what it is now. I wanted to just get the word out there to get people to understand that the service is here, and it's not only going to be just something temporary. This is going to be something long term, and I want people to understand it, because this is something that I have a desire to do. Not only a desire to become some sort of a medical ambassador for the state of Louisiana, if that becomes a thing. And I'm always interested to talk to different people. So if anyone see this, I'm always willing to find out what information that can better me understanding the laws, or just anything in general that could help the business flourish. I want it to be long term, because I feel like this will be a blessing, like I said, not only to myself, but health is everything. And people want to live long because people have reason to live long for. Personally, I have 5 children. Even though I look young, I have 5 children that I have every reason for staying healthy. You know, so I don't want to be just limited to just people just telling me, look, take these pills, which I know the side effects going to be me sleeping all day, or drowsy, or, you know, how the side effects. And then that's also the other thing. that's perfectly what I just said. It's the side effects that you know that you going to already experience it, rather than the side effects that you actually want to have, which is actually going to be healing you in the process of everything.
Yeah. So, what was some adversities you faced with trying to get this virtual dispensary going? Like, tell me a bit about that. What was the ups? What was the downs? And how you got it to go? And how did you overcome the obstacles that you faced while trying to do that?
So pretty much, I've always been pretty much a guy who was interested in cannabis, honestly. Because I had Crohn's disease, I dibbled and dabbled in smoking marijuana. A lot of people thought it was mostly just because of me getting high, but they personally didn't know, like how I knew, that this was actually helping me out. Like, people don't really believe in the benefits of marijuana and the smoke that it provides, but the effects that it have in certain people's bodies, depend on what their bodies are, it actually helps out. And for me, being a 15-year-old little boy and didn't have no options, and was missing out pretty much on the whole year of activities and things, for me to find something like that, I knew it was something for me to tap into. It was something, and I just didn't want the limitations of the law to stop me, So I wound up doing research, and actually it was a really close friend of me. Shout out to John D, who actually introduced me into the Canaglow business, which that is the partnership that I went into, that I wound up creating my own brand, which is now Westbank Finest. So it wasn't really too much adversities. It's mostly like how our elders say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I've been blessed to be a very humble guy ever since I was even before I was diagnosed, honestly. I always been this type of guy. So I always been the type of person who always want to build connections here and there, personal connections as well as business. That's just the type of guy that I've been. So once I found that, I felt like this is something that should not just be quiet mouthed, or something that should just be talked about even more, especially considering that you hear almost every other month or so of a state passing a particular law that's maybe making the laws a little bit lighter for for traffic, or even just offenses, but it's going down that road. Eventually it's going to get to the point.
They try and get rid of a lot of that.
Yeah, exactly. And even with the with people that's being behind bars, with the with just being caught with the 3-5s or just whatever it is, that's gonna start canceling out a lot of those stuff, especially when it starts being tax wise, because that's something that's gonna be now more acceptable, and it should be acceptable because there's no hurt or harm in that. But like I said, my brand and Westbank Finance not only just going to stop at just the flowers and providing the best of that. We want to provide the best of anything, regardless if it's gummies, tarts. Like I said, they have water, they have sports drinks, they have seltzers, they have coffee, aphrodisiacs, they have popcorn, brownies, they even have brownie mix, they have chicken batter mix. Who don't like chicken?
Yeah, that's dope.
Chicken. So, but
that's dope.
It's so many things on there. That's why I said, please.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm telling you, man. It's really, like I said, when I say it's the best of both worlds, it's literally gonna be the best of both worlds. The word just gotta get out there. Once the word get out there, they're gonna come to the right place, and it's gonna be, like I said, I want them to come here on the West Bank. If you don't know, they say the West Bank is the best bank. And I tell people the reason why I call it West Bank Finance is because I want them to understand this is why you're going to get the best of whatever that provide, regardless if it's flowers or anything that you see on that inventory, is going to be the best of anything that you get.
Y'all hearing the best of the bank. Anything that y'all need, he got it.
Anything, right?
It's all medicinal, it's all legal, and it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Running a business can be stressful.
Very.
How do you prioritize your mental health while managing a growing business?
Man, the older I get, the more I'm understanding how mental health is everything. Is really everything. Just because people think it's not actually like a physical wound, that it don't exist. That's how I really started labeling mental health, because it's so surreal now, especially in the world that we live into. You literally can see it every day that you wake up. You know, it's like mental health is literally crying out some kind of way. So, and that's also another reason why I want to tap into it as well, because it also brings people don't understand when you're that person. And when I say that person, I mean when you're the person that's actually going through something, regardless of how many times you explain it to somebody, you don't actually, I should say like this, they don't really understand what you're going through, but you the only person that understand what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And then it could be between stress, anxiety. It could just be anything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, and that's why I said people have so many reasons to live now. That's why going through life and the ups and downs, and realistically is a whole lot more downs than ups. There is every reason why your state of mind should be where it should be at, you know. And like I say, personally, just between my personal health issues, and between my children, that's a everyday reminder of why I wake up and I want to continue to check on it as myself. I can't be straight if my kids can't be straight if I'm not straight in the mind. You know what I'm saying? And I lead off on this, and I know what I do, it reflects off on them. You know, it's like an emotional thing. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like if you have an attitude, it almost like it's like a sense. You know, almost to the point to where my little girls, both of them, the little babies particularly, if I'm going through it, my side gets so heavy, my little baby, she'll come and she'll do it because she see me just doing it so much, you know. So, but
Right.
I say all that to say that that's another reason why I went through the process of creating the brand that I created and going through to provide those particular resources, is because people want to live that carefree life, you know. And between watching on Instagram, and it's so many particular things that's very triggering now more than ever, that I feel like that could just push you over the edge from you just being sane to just being and having the worst day possible. So I say all that to say that that's the reason why I went through, and I felt like this would also be another gateway for people to access, because people don't want to live like this. People like, and when I say limited, I mean that as far as not even just physically, I meant that mentally as well. Because when you're hearing these are your only options and you're stuck with that, regardless of if it's a certain walk or if it's you not being able to bowel movement or any biologically, if it's anything, it's just so much that people could go through, and people not feel like there's nobody out there that heal me, and there's nothing that can help me out, that could just get me back from just having some kind of normalcy. And that's what people really want, and that's what my company is providing. My company is going to provide, and my business is going to provide a self of normalcy for people to live the life that they see and the life that they remember that they should have.
Right. So for you, this is for what people go through and what they experience with their pain, their aches, and there are people that use this medicinally, that are on cancer, that have cancer, like you said, Crohn's disease, AIDS patients, all sorts of patients.
Yes.
So for some of those folks, they use that as a way to deal with the pain that they feel, and it helps them relax more, helps them be more tense. So I get that.
Yes.
Here's my next question. What strategies or practices have helped you cope with the mental strain of entrepreneurial shit?
Woo. Prayer. prayer is one of the main things.
I say hold on. Correction. Entrepreneurship. I said entrepreneurship.
That's all like entrepreneurship. But you should just say it was a static in the wiring. I was gonna leave it at that. It was just static in the wiring.
I need water, man. Reading a little too fast on my own questions. It happens.
It's fine. Do me one favor. Rephrase. Say the question for me one more time, man.
Good. I get to say it the right way this time.
Yeah. I'm gonna help you out. Come on, I'm gonna help you out. I got you.
What strategies or practices have helped you cope with the mental strain of entrepreneurship?
So, besides prayer, I find a way of, besides reading and doing my own research, which is between finding certain books to read, branding books, or just business books. I like to do a lot of research myself to find out more information so I can feel comfortable about what I'm doing. If I feel more comfortable about what I'm doing, I feel a lot more in control. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I find myself feeling a lot more free, and it gives me a lot more opportunities to think of different patterns and different ways that I could use my base, regardless if it's social media or if it's for any pop-up events that I have physically here in New Orleans. But mostly I try to keep everything very repetitious, and I try to always do something each day, and I try to work on it for the next day. I try to always make it to where throughout the day it's always at least one thing that I accomplish out of the list of things that I jot down, to move on to where I can just continue to build on. As long as it's in addition to the brand, I feel like that's prosperous for me. So I was even in school, I was not really too much of a very consistent person, but like I said, between the desire for the brand and the ambition that I have for it, it makes it a lot easy for me to keep a tunnel vision on what I'm trying to accomplish, because regardless of what obstacles that I find myself getting into. I find about just going back to my resources and tapping into just my fundamentals, regardless of if it's just me researching something or talking to someone, some kind of way. It helps me out to where I feel like I'm not in this by myself, and I can also use other people's ideas to just enhance my own business, to create something that, like I say, that could be more long term and not short term.
Oh man, that's dope. And listen, the more you learn, the more you can build.
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
Yes, Tig. You're right.
You know,
you're right.
Excuse me. But the more you learn, the more you can build, which makes you add more to your business.
Yes. Yes.
And that's always great, especially when you're trying to push on and try new innovative things for medicinal purposes.
Yes.
Do you have like testers or anything like that to try your products? Like, how does that work?
No. The reason why I don't have any testers is because my products come certified, already third-party tested.
Okay.
Guaranteed. Okay. Every product come with a certificate that's stating that it's free of, like I said, any of the things that you wouldn't even think that would be created with it. Everything is that safe, and it's and that's why I say it's third party tested, because I want to say it come with a Harvard certificate of the people that do the third party testers. So like I said, everything and all my products, it's all about what you're feeling comfortable about, what you're consuming, and the effects that it's going to have on your body, which you already know that is going to be beneficial because you're already talking to Westbank Finance. So, but like I said, that's just another insurance policy. If you're just skeptical, go ahead and do the research yourself because it's there and it's listed for you and it's waiting for you to be read. Now, how
Have you
many
faced any?
companies? Now, that's the thing. How many other that as well? So that's another reason why Westbank Finance is going to set itself aside from anybody else before it can even become established in this state. You got to stop at Westbank Finance first for the best.
Right. I feel you. I think that's dope, man. So here's my next question. How important has your support system been in maintaining your mental health well-being?
Support is everything. As much as people don't really say, regardless, put it like this: I feel like support is not by the number. It is about the people who support you. And the reason why I say that because considering that I know a lot of people just from the organizations that I've been into, clubs, high schools, even in college. I know a lot of people as far as support wise, and I'm talking about very support. It's very, very few people that I know that support me that I know. But what's also been a very blessing for me that's been keeping me grounded, should I say, is the fact that my business has been providing outsiders to get a chance to see what I'm able to provide, which has been more of a blessing because more of outside people have been experiencing the products and been love it more than people that I've been growing up with. And the reason why I say that because it's just probably not daytime that they can look at it. And I don't take things as personal as that because I understand that just like me, everybody have life and everybody is maybe going through something. It's just a time for everything. But until that time come, I feel like I should continue to establish this great environment for people to come and get a glimpse of what some type of healthy living is, or even just remind them of what it is. I mean, it provides so many things between relaxation to relief, sleep better. It's like a replacement for alcohol and cigarettes, and it's just so many benefits just with the benefits. With the brand, and what it provides is the 24-hour availability, and like I said, it ships everywhere, and it's not too many people to where places like Nike or just anywhere else or any other these companies, should I say, to where you could pull it up to where it's almost like an app. You pull up the link, and you can order whatever you want and guarantee within 2 to 3 days it comes to you. And to even make you feel better, when you open up the box, there's going to have an FDA stamp approval stating that, it's cleared. It didn't came through customs. We didn't check it. You're fine. Everything even comes with a QR code stating to where if you want to even fly with it, it's even safe to be flown with. They're going to scan the QR code. They're going to see that it's under the consumption of what it can legally be flown or travel to. And that's the great thing. And that's the loophole that my company goes through, that provides people to get their products to where they can get it like that, and to where you can be anywhere within the U.S. comfortably with your products.
Oh man, that's dope. That means you definitely took the time and energy to make sure your customers get what they're looking for.
Exactly.
Oh man, that's dope. All right, so here's my next question. How has living with Crohn's disease influenced your perspective on health and wellness in your business?
So it's actually two things. It's Crohn's disease and osteonecrosis is what I have now in my hips.
Okay.
So say the question for me one more time, Tig. I'm sorry. I just want to throw that in there too. It was two things.
How has living with these issues influenced your perspective on health and wellness in your business?
It's a constant reminder it's a constant reminder and a constant motivation to you. like I said, because when you think you have good days, it can change just that quickly. You know what I'm saying? And when you have so much to do, regardless of if it's work or anything, and I should say that. And the reason why I use work as an example, because that is one reason why I do not work anymore. I can't physically work. If it wasn't the Crohn's disease, it's now especially because of the osteonecrosis that is limiting me from being able to walk long distance. And I mean, Tig, I had great jobs. My resume looks really good from working at airports and supervisor positions, and I never had any problem with the employment department. And once it got bad, everything started becoming like more surreal, as far as, wow, like this small little thing that we don't really think about too much, because when we always healthy, we know it's healthy, so but once that started happening, my world changed. And that's why I use that as an example, because that's that's my personal motivation for not only me constantly living the life that I live, but I know people, even just you walking around, you could just go to the store and you could just see people just having some kind of a struggle. You don't have to struggle. And that's what I'm screaming at the top of, we don't have mountains here, but on the top of the Superdome. That's what I'm trying to scream out, Tig. I'm trying to scream out, there is something out there that you have that's not from the doctors, but that can be doctor reference, because that's what it's going to be eventually. But it's going to be a doctor reference to where you can come and you could have somewhere to where not only can you shop, but you could also, if it's not for you, you could reference it to somebody, because if it's not you, you know someone else that's going through something, regardless of if it's your mama, your papa, your neighbor, your auntie down the street, your best friend from high school, and the car accident, all those things. If you then went through something, regardless of if you feel like it's there's no hope. That's what I want to say. If you feel like there's no hope, Westbank Finance is saying there's hope. You got to come and see us, and you got to talk to us. I want to establish this culture, and I want to establish this environment, and I want it to not only just stop here, but I want it to become the first of many. Let's make this a new chain. Forget fast food. Let's open up clinics to where people could live healthy. And if you think about it, you can't spell healthcare without THC somewhere in there. So you see what I'm saying, Tig? You know what I'm saying? So, but this is just going to be, we're trying to transform. I used to say, we're trying to transform pain into power. We're trying to give you back that power that you feel that you should have, to where you should live that life. And I know it sounds repetitive, but trust me, if you ain't going through it, this ain't for you. So refer this to somebody that's going through it, because it's for them.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. People need that help. Yeah. And if it's out there for you, why not get it?
Tap into it.
As long as you're being safe and healthy and you're getting prescribed to get it, why not?
Why not? You don't need a medical marijuana card. You don't need none of that. Just come, visit. You could see it literally comes, it's very detailed, very, very detailed on the products, everything that's created, and the effects that they have on it. Everything from the amount of time that they kick in. And like I said, it's not too many products. It's not too many products that you take. And I mean, trust me, I took a lot of medicines. I took a lot of pills, and I was waiting like, Lord, please let it take it. Do I need a ginger ale? Like, what do I take this with? Like, waiting for it to kick in. It's not too many products that you can guarantee you within the first 15 to 20 minutes, it instantly start kicking into where you start feeling the effects. I'm not talking about a stone effect to where you just out and loop. No, I'm talking about effects to where it's going to get you to where you moving like you should, you sleeping, you getting the quiet thoughts, you going to sleep like you should, you waking up, you getting the motivation to even get up to move, It's really life changing. It's literally the alternative life that you used to have. You could get it back.
Oh man, that's dope. So, what message would you share to others who are living with chronic illnesses and aspiring to start their own ventures? What advice would you give them?
My advice is my own personal advice. If you have a desire to do it, don't stop at just your own limitations. Don't. They got the resource out there. Go find it. Go find it. It's out there waiting for you. Just tap into it. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you need. And I guarantee you, if you continue to do like I do, just make one move, one little small step, day by day. Things don't happen overnight. Lord knows I wish things would happen overnight, but it don't. And it takes time. But I guarantee you, every day of every moment is going to get to the point to where you realize that this was worth something. And that's why you should wake up, and that's why you shouldn't stop. And that's why you should just go and do whatever you desire to do. Go for it.
Oh man, that's dope. That's dope. All right, 2 more questions.
What's got?
Despite challenges, what keeps you motivated to keep pushing forward?
My family. I can't be selfish. I can't say but my personal reasons will be for them. I have I mean, it's spread out, man. I have let me start from the bottom. I have a 2-year-old, and then I have a 3-year-old, and I have a 6-year-old, and I have an 8-year-old, and now I have a teenager. So I don't really have too many gaps to miss out on anything in their lives, man. So like I said, I'm young, and I'm blessed. Because a lot of people don't know me myself. I was adopted. That's also another part of my story that people don't know about. So and
talk about it.
My the lady who raised me, which is my mom, rest in peace. She passed away right before COVID. It wasn't from COVID. It was honestly just from older age, and pretty much that also will be, I could probably say, even thinking about it, not realizing that probably will also be my other motivation. Because like me, she was also one that was limited with resources. To where it's nothing like seeing the person that you love slowly slip away, and there's nothing that you could do about it. So especially for somebody that's so close like that. For me, because a lot of people, it got to the point to where they was like, I know some people was like, even me knowing the truth, it was like, oh man, you look like your mom. And I was like, I know, thinking to myself, I don't look like that, so but a lot of people also knew the background story, which I didn't know. But my mom always was blessed to tell me and use me in the comparison of Moses. And the older you get, the more you start realizing so many symbolism to the story, to where you understand why she used that as a reference between the dead mother having to give Moses up doing whatever crisis that they had, and somebody being wrapped them up into a life of royalty. And the reason why I say it pretty much was a life of royalty, because my mom didn't have the best job. She was a custodian at a high school. She had her own business at one point, but she didn't have the Lexus and the fancy things. But I wound up finding myself with pretty much every action figure, toys. And I mean, when Toys R Us, the Toys R Us store was in the back on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the lady took the store, just put it on us. We racking this up, everything to go. So I say all that to say that she was the her health, and when it started slipping away, I started realizing how, man, that was something that I didn't want to go through, or I felt like, nobody else would even experience. When I wound up finding myself going through it as well at a young age, I realized that illness or disease, or when it comes to bad health, it don't have no age range. They have younger people, younger than me, have, well, in it worse off. And I'm like, that's why I say I'm blessed now. But even for me to be able to tap into what I have now, it's every motivation for me to continue to strive on that, because of her and because of my own self. Like I said, she just blessed me with so much, and she laid down the foundation for me being, like I said, the humble person that I became, which provide me to be the great father that I'm continuing to try to be, wishing that she was here to see. It's almost like she's here, and it's almost like I'm showing her in spirit, one way or another, trying to show her that I'm not gonna let you down, so to speak. So
That's dope.
yeah.
That's honoring her and her memory.
Yeah.
Last on through what you do and you push on. So
Yes.
I think that's awesome, man. Listen, I commend you for going through life with these illnesses, still pushing forward, still trying to be a businessman out here, feed your family, and still help others. It takes a lot.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really
Hey,
do. I really
man,
appreciate that.
it takes a lot, man. It really takes a lot. And I understand that life can be hard for you. And because of life being hard for you, you show your children that no matter how hard life gets, keep pushing.
Yes.
And that's dope within itself, man. Listen, I got one more question for you.
Okay.
And how does your work or businesses contribute to breaking down mental health stigmas in your community?
Well, for one, like I said, we don't really have anything, not on anything, but on the West Bank, it's on the west side of New Orleans. So you literally have to cross the bridge to get on the side to where I'm at. And I can honestly say, even growing up on the West Bank, considering that they used to have so much for us, there isn't nothing too much that's there for us. And even positively wise, also, there's now becoming, thank God, thanks to our councilman and our parish, there's a lot of stuff for the kids that they're starting to create. But as far as something for both physical pain, and as far as even something to be as far as like in a type of mental outreach, they don't have anything. We don't have no 1-800 hotline numbers. I don't even think people believe in therapists, and so to speak. And realistically, I know if I have times felt like there's no hope, and because I found the resources, and if I was that person again, I would feel like that as well. So I feel like mental health is almost like on a all-time high on the West Bank, only because, like I said, it's people is just going through so much, and it don't have to be physically. It could be mostly mentally. Stuff people just can't get over. Depression is real, man. It's so real to where, like I said, and that's why I mentioned earlier, just because people feel like it's not something physical to where you can actually see it, they don't think that it exists, and it does, and it's real. And that's why I'm doing all of this, man. I can't lie to you, and I can't leave off this platform to say that I haven't felt every bit of emotion that a human would feel in the areas of anxiety and depression and just everything, not only what a black man would go through, but just a man just in general with the responsibilities that I have. Um, thought about it, or even just went through it, and I can't even lie to you and say that I don't currently now still sometimes find myself in a dark place. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, you just have to find something. You just gotta find, like I said, once you find and once you understand that there's not only someone, but there's somewhere besides your typical conversation that you can find some kind of like woosah moment. There's actually somewhere that can provide you with the moment of clarity that you want, and back to getting, like I said, that peace of mind that you want. Everybody want peace of mind now, man. I mean, everybody's literally going through something, regardless if it's on a job, regardless of church problems. I mean, everywhere that you go, traffic, which is horrible here. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you just find yourself like, oh, this day, or but like I said, physically, mentally, or even spiritually, this is something that can be an outlet for you. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, and it's helped me out, and it's helped out everyone that I have got a chance to allow them to get a glimpse, or even just give them a sample, or even have them to even buy it from me. The only thing that they have possibly complained about is the fact that they just wish that they could have ordered more off of it the first time when they ordered the first package. Other than that, people love it. People love the fact that they actually can find something that they trust. People could find something that they won't have some weird side effect, or this ain't nothing to where you have a commercials and you waiting for the fine print at the bottom to be like, all right, I'm gonna have constipation and I'm gonna be up for 3 hours, and then I'm gonna have a leaking. What? It's not none of that. Everything is safe, and like I said, everything comes with a certificate to where you should feel safe, and that's why I feel like this is one of the greatest things that they could have made for people. It's just such a shame that a lot of people don't know about it. But let's change that. And that's why I created Westbank Finance, because like I said, I want people to not only just to come, if you come to visit Louisiana, and if you're coming to New Orleans, don't just stop in New Orleans. Come on the West Bank, come on the West Side, because you're going to get something that you're going to wish that it was wherever you came from. You wish that you had something like this. Take it with you. I'm always an open book. I'm always willing to educate more people as much as I'm willing to educate myself. So, yeah, there you go. Westbank Finance, you have it right here.
Hey man, do me a favor and shoot the site out to the people.
So it's pretty much, you can find it. I tell you everything really. You can find me on Facebook, Westbank Finance. I'm also on Instagram, Westbank_Finance on the gram. If you go on there, the link is actually on there. At this particular moment, I thought I had it written down. I actually can't see it, but if you go on there, it's pretty much easy. And I want to say it's if you give me 1 second, I think I got it. Hold on. Let me see. Check my notes here. But if you go on there, in the meantime, because I don't have it with me, in the meantime, go on my Instagram. I want you to follow me because I need to get my followers up anyway. So that's more important. But if you go on there, the link is on there. You can click on there, and then you can also see everything that I have coming up, and you can also see everything that all the products and everything that it comes with. Like I said, it's going to come with a certificate, and it also comes with pretty much everything that you're looking for, regardless if it's popcorn, brownies, chicken batter, water, you name it. If it's consumable, even from aphrodisiac stuff, they have sexual performance things on there. They have sports enhancements. Forgive me. They have sports drinks on there. They have literally everything. And when I say they have name brand stuff, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross brands, everything. And I mean, we're just adding on, and then we're just gonna continue to give you the best. We're gonna continue to give you the best because we feel like you deserve the best and nothing less.
Hey man, this was dope. Last and final question. I ask all my guests this question, and it's never the same. So I love asking this question because I'm always going to get a different answer. So the question is, if it's one thing life has taught you, what is that and why?
If there's one thing life has taught me is, regardless how bad things get, it's going to get better. Regardless of how dark, how lonely times get, ride out the storm and enjoy the storm. And the reason why I say that, because people don't like to enjoy the storm because we always worrying about the getting out of it. But you know what the outcome gonna be, so just enjoy it, because that blessing is gonna be twice as twice as much of a blessing as it is as that storm would be. So just ride it out and just know that when your time come, it's gonna come. What's gonna be for you is gonna be for you.
Amen. Hey man, I think you're one hell of a guy, man.
Thank you, Tig.
I think you're one hell of a guy, and I think that what you're doing is commendable because you're trying to help people like yourself, and that goes a long way.
Yeah.
I wish you nothing but success, in every endeavor that you do.
Thanks,
and
man.
I just want to see you win out here. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
Like, I just want to see you win out here. So, with that being said, man, thank you for coming on. Turn your camera back off, mute your mic, and I'm going to talk to the folks for a bit.
Gotcha. Thank you, Tig.
All right. Hey, listen, y'all. Thank you for watching another rendition of the podcast with Tigmatic. My guest, he gave y'all a lot of information. He was very informational. And check him out. Check his Instagram out. The site is up there. Click on the site, look at the products. Whatever you need, if you see something you like, grab it. Shout out the Westbank Finest Virtual Dispensary, the very first of its kind in New Orleans. Listen, as always, I want y'all to do what y'all need to do and go to the site and go follow your boy. Follow me on thisishiphop.com. This is where you find the hub for everything the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic. Also, look at some movies on there. It's movies on there. It's my show on there. It's other podcasts on there. Shout out to the BRL podcast. Millions and millions of viewers, And this is what we doing here. Also, if you're looking for business funding, I want you guys to go on Ruffin Consulting, enterprise.com. Do what you need to do. Use that code. What you waiting for? You're looking for business funding, right? You're looking for that brand to get ahead, right? You're looking for what you need to succeed, right? Then go on Ruffin Consulting Enterprise.com. Use Codename TIGMATIC24. Listen, you can get up from anywhere from 50 to 250,000 in business funding. Listen, the key is you have to have good credit, though. Make sure you got that. So don't come looking for this bread if you know your credit not right. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely can get it if your credit is on point and you've been in business at least 2 years. So do what you need to do. RuffinConsultingEnterprise.com. Use my code name, TIGMATIC24. What you waiting for? Also, check out our sponsors, the Matic brand. You know what I mean? The Matic brand is definitely the sponsor for the podcast with Tigmatic. Listen, we moving and booming. One of the pieces now. What you waiting for? TheMoneyBrand.com. www.TheMoneyBrand.com. Also, Dubby is the official sponsor of the show as well. Go get them energy drinks. Use my code name, the podcast with Tigmatic, and you get a 10% off discount. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little tongue twisted today. I'm a little tired. I've been up all night. I've been grinding. So listen, you go on Dubby and you get the 10% discount. Get your energy drinks. You working out? You need a little energy? This will give you that boost. So, once again, it's your boy. We here, we moving and booming, and we gonna do what it do. Until next time, folks. I love y'all. Stay blessed. And we gonna keep bringing in 2025 right. Peace.
Everybody will tap in with the pot with Tigmatic.
Y'all tune into the Pop Podcast. And guess what? There's an
Yeah,
episode of me on
and
it.
you are tuned into the Pot Podcast.
With the Pot Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down.
To follow the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.